Hello, my name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, father of the Ark. Still can't do it.
Two armed robbers stole money from a child's lemonade stand in South Boston.
Well, that's business, kid.
Japan is planning to build a solar ring around the moon that will supposedly supply energy to Earth forever.
That sounds like it will destroy Earth forever.
This is a T-Rex that was just casually driving through Minneapolis.
Well, that's one way to confuse the flock cameras.
A flight from Los Angeles to China was forced to turn around after the pilot realized that he forgot his passport.
Oopsie.
Visa has integrated its payment network with ChatGPT.
Can I use cash, please?
Florida, if you live in Charlotte County, I was just told that they're planning on implementing this. It's a camera that I guess sits on top of the freaking garbage trucks, and it just scans for permits. And if you have an active permit and oh my gosh, there's a new window on your house, it looks like you might have replaced your roof. So we have flock cameras that watch our every move. We have data centers that are holding the information. And now we have garbage trucks that are watching our homes.
Snitch. This is getting a little disturbing now. Does anyone know how to build a 10-foot wall around a house? Asking for a friend, Skynet. Asking for a friend. It's all fun and games until they jump out of garbage trucks and drag you to the local detention center because you built a new conservatory. In 100 years, people are going to look back on clips like that of us laughing about it and wonder what we were thinking.
Hey Gus here. This has gotten a little scary.
Yeah.
Holy.
Okay.
Okay, y'all need to hurry up here. Like, seriously, we're encased in flames now.
That guy was really calm considering flames engulfing the train. What a genuinely terrifying thing wildfires are.
Dressing like a supervillain and making weird comparisons about humans and AI qualifies you to be an AI CEO.
But we want to manage the identities of the humans and the agents. We treat the agents just like the humans, so the rules and rails can complement this great AI revolution. The Enterprise is a pretty messy thing, so we clarify it, we clean the mess up, and we make sure that the AI is secure. And I think that is a big breakthrough. We told that story yesterday and people really liked it.
How is this a real thing now? All I'm saying is 20 years ago that would have been a Will Ferrell character. What is going on in the world?
Walking lightning. Yes, walking lightning, effectively known as spider lightning or anvil lightning. And in some cases, if the clouds are close enough to the ground, it can look like lightning bolts are actually walking while moving down the surface of the earth. So let's look at some walking lightning, or in this case known as an energy charge event. So here is that lightning, the walking spider lightning. I initially thought this was some AI. It's not. Absolutely floored me after seeing this, because I thought it has to be right? It has to be. No, that's a real thing. This happened.
That might just be the craziest thing I've ever seen, and I just saw that bloke. Can somebody smarter than me, which isn't hard, explain to me how lightning can walk? I instantly realize how stupid that question sounds, but Daddy Longlegs over there is headed straight for downtown.
Northern Michigan has some of the worst air quality on Earth right now.
If you live in northern Michigan, don't breathe.
Did you know we're in actual real danger of losing our night skies altogether? I'm meteorologist Todd Gross, and the FCC just made the most boneheaded approval I have ever heard. They have approved Reflect Orbital Inc.'s petition to launch a satellite that's going to actually have a big space mirror attached, which will illuminate a 3-mile wide path. But they plan to launch another 50,000 of these by 2035 and rent out what they call sunshine on demand. Now, the FCC acknowledges that this would be terrible, especially for the animals, but they say it's out of their jurisdiction. That's not what they're there for. Well then, who is? We've got to get somebody in here to stop this right away.
Well, that is literally insane.
Yes, can someone stop that, please?
The giant in Afghanistan, the Kandahar Giant story.
I've heard a lot of things about giants in Afghanistan. When I talk to people who know things, they're very, very nervous when we get to this topic. And some of them will just flat out will not talk about giants in general, but specifically giants in Afghanistan. And some of these guys are high-level guys that worked at the Pentagon, and they'll talk rather freely with me about UFOs. But as soon as we broach this topic, it's like they literally will warn me, be careful with this topic.
What?
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Well, I think that the topic of giants is intermeshed with the occult.
So this is a story where troops came across a giant in a cave in Afghanistan who was meant to be 1,000 pounds in weight and about 10 to 12 feet tall, and they eventually took him out and transported him to a base to be flown somewhere. It's one hell of a fun rabbit hole for anyone interested.
This is real NASA solar footage, and for years a massive black triangle object has been sitting right next to our sun. And this isn't one photo, it's years of images from NASA's solar observatories, and they've been put together by researchers. And this object was captured hanging out by our sun from the years of 2019 to 2022. Now the object stays visible and keeps its triangular form across all of the frames. Now on screen is the Earth scale, as you can see in the top right, and it's the globe icon. If the object is near the sun, around 1 astronomical unit away, it would be a moon-sized object or even larger. Now black triangle is one of the most reported UFO shapes worldwide, and I've even witnessed a few of them myself back in the day around 2014. And this one is allegedly huge, and this is right next to our star itself.
Firstly, that guy makes really good videos. The size of that object is interesting, but the real issue here is how does something fly that close to the sun without exploding like a teenager's morning acne? And can someone tell that alien craft, sorry, space debris, because we have to be boring and pretend that aliens aren't flying around everywhere? So please not mess around with the sun, because it is a little bit important to, you know, our existence.
So y'all trying to tell me that the Masons don't run the courthouses? This is the DeKalb County Courthouse. This is the DeKalb County Courthouse. Look what they got on the cornerstone. DeKalb County Courthouse. Right under it. Grand Lodge of Georgia.
The cornerstone isn't important, is it?
The gnomes, they were in charge of the genealogies, the knowledge, and the technologies, and they would kidnap people.
People say they are responsible for taking people through portals, disappearances, missing 411.
So when we look at the different types of elves, these are the dark elves. White elves are part of the pale white bloodline. It's an allegory for the giants. So when they show up in the Lord of the Rings, these are the royal elves. They have these very pale skin. They have red hair, blue eyes.
Are these genetic offspring of the Watchers, or are they going to be part of what we consider to be sort of like the angelic race?
They would be subject to the same issues that the giants. When their body, that spirit is released. It doesn't go to heaven.
So there's like a vast variety of demons.
It's the elementals that are obsessed with DNA and keeping their bodies alive, whereas the giants disappeared.
There is certainly mystery in our world, and I know nothing about elves and gnomes except in movies. Have any of you gone down that rabbit hole?
So this strange-looking alien creature was photographed in a small village in Italy back in 1993 by a gentleman called Filiberto Caponi. It started when 23-year-old Filiberto Caponi heard what he thought was an injured cat. But when he went outside to investigate, he was met with the sight of this hideous-looking creature that he described as being only 60 centimeters tall, had tubes coming out of its chest that moved in and out whenever it breathed. It made no sound, and it had weird, wet-looking, scaly skin. Filiberto kicked the creature and it ran away, but it returned, and over the course of 4 months, he managed to snap a bunch of Polaroid images, including this one. Filiberto kept most of the Polaroid images stored inside a wooden box that he claimed inexplicably set on fire. But what do you think about the Caponi case?
He kicked it. Ma found an alien in the shed. Give it a kick, son. I've never heard of that case. Have you heard of the Caponi Alien case? These are some of the weirdest alien photos I think I've ever seen. That is not a human. Could be a doll, I suppose. Could be real. That is one to look into, methinks.
The talent will show up to a place for a video shoot. Everything is already laid out. The talent will have no idea that they're in a ritual. Sometimes they change the flooring digitally. When they showed up, they wasn't standing on the pentagram, but when the video come out, they are. Every one of these groups has some type of evil saint that they pray to.
What makes this theory so interesting is that I've heard it so many times from different artists, executives, people who work in the studio.
You would think that all of this was nonsense until you look at the imagery on stage. They're not exactly hiding it.
All right, what we got here is liquid crystal polarization. These are the shape-shifting reptilians. They're also connected to the DMT jesters, aka the Nephilim look like clowns. Now you can see the black and white zigzag pattern on them. Black and white is symbolism for duality. You'll see that symbolism in the Masonic halls and the black and white checkerboard floor, but it's also a technology. It's a technology that represents how they can travel between the etheric and the physical realm. Now you'll notice this guy with his clown face right there. He's a red nose and his clown face. And it's shape-shifting with the black and white zigzag pattern. Now, these beings are also connected to most of the majority of puppets in the government stage are controlled by these beings.
What is a DMT jester? I feel like that needs more explanation. I knew there was a reason they got rid of analog TV. Either that's camera quality issues or someone called the Ninja Turtles, because what in the nightmare fuel is going on there?
Something strange going on with animals in South Dakota right now.
They just watched The Odyssey. I haven't seen it. I don't know. This has been the James Linker Experience. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.